from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gunn with Charles Davis. And Charles, we got two teams here that finished at the bottom of the standings last year. But remember this, 15 of the last 16 seasons, we've seen at least one team go from the bottom of their division to the top in one season.
Last year we had two, Chicago and Houston. These two teams playing now, they think they can do the exact same thing this year and make it 16 out of 17 seasons.
Josh Lambeau set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Lions making their way out, led by their 32-year-old quarterback. Hard to believe he's in season number 12 now in a Detroit uniform. Quarterback Matthew Stafford.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
On 1st and 10, Stafford gets it quickly to Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
13 yards on the game's opening play.
13 yards.
Terrific catch and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Galladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019 to over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air and he goes up and gets it.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On fourth down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Jaguars ready to go offensively for the first time with Gardner Minshew, former 6th-round pick, at QB.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Back to throw now in his own end zone. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun is Minshew, and able to find Conley. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11.
Single. 34, eyes on 34. Tight end left.
Here's Minshew. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Hey, through it. Hey, that's through the flag.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here we go. 60 out, Lord. Defense, get out the field, defense. Right here, guys. Fight the field.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Lions will take over.
6-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Kerryon Johnson, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, Pete. Let's go, Pete.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's funny, partner, you often hear how tough it is for a rookie receiver to adjust to the NFL. I think the same is true for tight ends. You're asking them to do a lot in the NFL game with the additional blocking that many of them didn't have to do in college. And T.J. Hockenson, he's a number 8 overall pick in 2019 and had a good rookie season with 32 catches. I expect that number to go way up as he gets more comfortable with the NFL game. A nice catch right there for a 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
On 1st down at Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
And a sack there by Josh Allen, and sometimes we have to draw the distinction. Is it the Buffalo quarterback, or is it the Jacksonville sack artist, as we just saw there? Former 1st-round pick, huge impact in his rookie year in 2019, 10.5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, the joy of that Week 1 victory has really faded into somewhat of a cold reality, CD. They lose their 4th straight game, Week 5. This one 30-14 over the previously winless Houston Texans. And I hate to say this for the fans that are cheering on Jacksonville, but I think we can safely say they are who we thought that they were.
Wow, I like that. Did you just drop that big elbow like that? But you did, couch it with you hated to say it, right?
I did, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything against Jacksonville, but they got off to that first Week 1 victory, and then it's been downhill.
See, I like how empathetic you are, and you're very good at that. But this is a defense that's allowing almost 32 points per game during his losing streak. The talent just isn't there yet. They're trying to work on it. They do have talented players. James Robinson has been a find at running back, the rookie out of Illinois State. Laviska Shenault, you know how much I loved him coming out of the draft. DJ Chark, they're an intriguing receiver tandem. They've got to continue to get better play out of other players as well. And how about this for a stat? They're the first team in NFL history to lose 3 straight weeks to previously winless teams, not counting opening day. Now they come home for Detroit, then they have an open week in Week 7. So they need a big win against the Lions to start to try and turn this thing around.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return, here's Agnew. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
29-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now the rookie second router from Georgia, DeAndre Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 37. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie, 1,000-yard season last year, ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Now this will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And Conley's got it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And sometimes change can be good, and Chris Conley with a nice catch there is showing us exactly how. First 4 seasons in Kansas City, kind of buried on the depth chart there. First year in Jacksonville last year, career highs in yardage with 775, and added 5 touchdowns to that list as well.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew to Thompson on the screen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 22. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
First down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. A gain of 3, second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 38, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
47's the mic. 47.
Now Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Back now in Jacksonville as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
Prater on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
Well, it took a while to get anything on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
So the question now becomes, can they make this one stand up? And the way that these defenses have played, those 3 points almost look like 30, don't they?
Yeah, those 3 points look like a miracle right now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Keelan Cole now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll drop here to throw. Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So out now come the Lions. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead, but whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 16, Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's third down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the touchdown run came from Kerryon Johnson to cap things off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Cole now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A chance for us to look at the Lions defense again. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities, but oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw it, Minshew. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To Chris Thompson. 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun is Minshew. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 44 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. This one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Johnson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.